So that's easier said than done, isn't it? But
Okay.
now you have a greater reason to do it. In other words, if what's happened to so many of you is you have become inordinately tolerant of negative emotion. You're not as tolerant of a skin disease. You're not as tolerant of physical breakdowns, but you're tolerant of negative emotion. You come to accept negative emotion as just what life is like these days. And we're here to tell you we wouldn't put up with it. We wouldn't put up with negative emotion. So what you want to do is look for a cure, not to a skin disease, but look for a cure to negative emotion. That's the cure you're looking for. Look for an out-of-the-vortex cure. So what's an out-of-the-vortex cure? Being in the vortex. Well, Abraham, that's sort of obvious, but so then just keep breaking it down. One negative emotion at a time. What's the cure for this negative emotion? Chill out, relax, release the struggle a little bit. So are we saying to you, you shouldn't care about things you care about? Not at all. You must care, but you want to approach those things that you care about in the way the source within you does. So if you want, we can talk about that. In other words, because talking about a manifestation isn't talking about it where it can do you any good. So what is this lingering chronic thing or things that you are pushing against?
I just feel like I was born with a purpose. And I just feel like that was my purpose. And it's been like 2 years and I've been trying. I feel like God's source has put in my life all the right people at the right time. And every road I go down is a dead end. So about 6 months ago, I said, I gotta just let it go. So I did. I just let it go, and I just keep with the forums, and I keep talking with the people.
But you're still talking about, so what you're saying is, and we're going to take your words, which we know you mean, and we're going to speak them from inside the vortex. I was born to understand resistance because everyone is living more of it than they need to. I was born to attract something not life-threatening, just irritating enough that it would get my attention so that I would, in my own regard, in my own experience, figure out what resistance is and how to release it so that I can release an unwanted manifestation. But it's not, the reason that I was born to have this experience is, in other words, it sounds crazy. Let's see, I'll go and I'll create an unwanted condition so that I can figure out how to not create an unwanted condition. And a wise person might say, "Why? Tell me again why I would do that?"
Yeah.
And we say, you've come to create an unwanted condition so that you can understand that you've been creating unwanted resistance. In other words, you're here as a freedom from resistance coach, you see. And you've created a situation that is seeable. It's just really a wonderful thing. If your condition needs an X-ray or a blood test in order to diagnose it, first of all, it's more serious, and next, it's not obvious to you. But when it's right out there, obvious to you, that gives you the perfect opportunity of beginning to notice what thoughts cause an increase in it and what thoughts cause a decrease in it. And we're going to say to you lovingly but bluntly, the only reason you're doing it with your skin is because you were unable or unwilling to do it with your emotions. Because you were willing to accept negative emotion, you're not willing to accept the skin. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
So when we say, let's talk about your purpose, you think you're here to talk about how to help people get rid of symptoms of resistance. And we say, that's not what you're here to. You're here to help people understand resistance. You're here to help them eliminate resistance that is chronic. And because once you eliminate resistance, then you eliminate everything that now is a manifestation that is pointing at it.
Wow. Thank you.